and Manny. We're here with Annie Probst. She's one of Boston's country singers. She wins all the awards here in the city. She's one of the best. Welcome to the show, Annie.
Oh, well, thank you. Good to see you.
Yeah, I know. This quarantine's been kind of, sucky.
I know, to say the least.
Yep. What have you been doing to keep yourself busy now that we have lost all concerts? Can't go anywhere, can't go to concerts. And speaking of concerts, we're going to go back to the trending subject about today that's been going on. But what have you been up to?
So, we've been doing a lot of live streaming, and you may have seen or may not, we started this thing called a house tour. So back when it first started, the weather was still pretty chilly and it wasn't great to be outside. So I saw this meme that said, I'm just going to put a drink in every room of my house and call it a bar crawl. And so I thought, oh, that'd be cool if we did a show in every room of our house and called it a tour. So that's how we came up with it. We did a live stream from like the basement and the twins' bedroom and my closet and all sorts of spots. And it was so successful. So we ended up doing a second one when it got nicer. And we did it in all spots around our house. We were like the porch, the goat pen, the shed out back. So we're about to start the third one. So it's kind of entertained us all in this time.
I've seen that. Manny, I think that you need to have her tour come by to your street. We can all have the party there.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'll set it. Definitely, I'll set it up and it'll be a good time.
Please.
I mean, with this quarantine and the pandemic, I'm ready to go back to normal life. Like this is just, and you see all these other states that reopen too early, and then the cases are going back up. It's like, is Massachusetts going to shut down again? I hope not, because everything is kind of going little by little, but it's opening. So. And they got carts out for golf, so I'm really happy about the carts being out for golf. Really happy.
Annie, you're really excited about those, aren't you?
Oh yeah, that's about it. I mean, that's all I get to do right now is hang out with my kids and go play golf from time to time. So
sounds fun.
So Manny, how can Manny go about getting this set up so he can have the drive-by? Because he's a bartender too, so he could make all the.
I don't like how she did this right here. That's not cool.
It's like sort of a bartender.
No, let me tell you something about this girl right here, Sarah. Like when I first met her, it was, I was like, oh, apple martini. I literally took this job on the spot as a celebrity bartender with no experience whatsoever. So this, Sarah comes in and she's like, oh, can you make me an apple martini? And, obviously I didn't know what that was. So they showed me what it was. So I made it and I saw her face, didn't like the first one. I was like, you know what? I'll make you another one. Made another one. She still didn't like it. The third one, didn't like it. By the fourth one, I'm like, Sarah, if I keep doing this, the boss is going to get mad and probably going to fire me. I'm like, because I don't know how to make an apple martini. It's two different liquors, that's it. So Sarah's a high maintenance drinker. So don't listen to this stuff that she says, because I make a lot of people happy there at Audrey's in East Bridgewater.
Oh, well, let's connect and shoot me some info on like where you are, and if we can make this happen, we're coming with the trailer and we'll put on a little show for you, and you can mix all the drinks.
Dude, I don't like this. I don't like this. Yeah, you can park it. You can park it right here and right in the driveway. And I have people just set up chairs right around in the little island they have in front of my house, and that'd be awesome.
That's perfect. Yeah, that's what we love.
Have people been so excited though when you pull up? Like, what's it been like?
So that's the new one. So that's the third one. It actually starts this coming Friday will be our first trailer show. Yeah, so that's the mobile edition, starts this Friday. So we hope they'll be excited and not like, what are these people doing and calling the cops because we're disturbing the peace. But I think it'll be good. We've kind of strategically placed it on streets and places where we know people. So.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that my neighborhood, I mean, everybody's kind of over this pandemic. So I think we do have space in the middle with some parking spots that you could probably just pull in and people could just sit in the middle. And I think that would be awesome. Like, honestly,
awesome.
We definitely need to set that up.
Yeah, for sure.
Party. We need some excitement around here.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't invite Sarah though, because she's making fun of my bartending skills again.
Yeah.
But whatever.
I'll be the celebrity bartender at this event.
I invite her to go play golf, and she big leagues me and never invites me to go golf with her. So whatever. I just enjoy my gummies, by golly.
Yeah.
There you
You
go.
know, we gotta
There
see
we
what else.
go.
Yeah,
got-
can you
Andy,
tell
you
me
want to know
about
why
these?
the heck you have these?
I need to know, what's the scoop?
Well, the thing is, like, well, they do apple cider vinegar. Like, I know my wife trains a lot with her, like, she does like fitness stuff, and we used to take like these shots of apple cider vinegar because it's supposed to be good for you.
Okay.
Like, especially in the morning and stuff. So now, Golly makes these gummies, which I just received in the mail, which is pretty cool. And it's like you take 2 or 3 a day, and it's supposed to, on the healthier side. And with this pandemic right now, I put on like 16 pounds through this pandemic. So it's, I'll take whatever I can get to get back in shape slowly. And, but yeah, they're pretty good. It tastes a little sour at first, but it tastes awesome.
Yeah. I mean, if you were willing to do apple cider vinegar, then this sounds way
This is way better. Yes,
better.
way better.
Definitely.
I would never take a shot of that. When they started wanting to work with us, we think it's a great thing. So, on my health side, I like to recommend that, especially during the pandemic. Like I went like through so many bottles. So
Yeah.
it's just been scary. It's just been scary. Speaking of that, I'm glad actually you're on today because there was a big controversy over this weekend with Chase Rice. Manny might not know this, but do you know of Chase Rice? He's a country musician.
Yeah. I heard the name. I'm not, like slowly meeting Sarah. I'm learning about all you guys in country. I love country music. Don't get me wrong. George Strait, Kenny Chesney. Like I listen to those guys all the time. So meeting Sarah and I'm getting to meet you guys and other guys that we have on the podcast is awesome. So
yes, it's a lot of fun. But what Chase Rice did this weekend, Manny, and Annie's well aware of it, is he put on a concert and he charged people, and thousands of people went and they weren't wearing masks. And so, there's been other musicians that have been doing the same thing, and everybody, like Kelsey Ballerini, everybody is really angry. And I think, I've met Chase myself. He's always been gracious and so nice, but I think this was stupid.
Yeah.
I
mean,
think... Oh, go ahead, Manny.
No, you go ahead, Annie. This is
No,
this is all
it's
you.
me. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, anyone is fine. But I would just say, it's hard to comment either way because I get it. We're all itching. But yeah, and there has to be a little accountability on the fans too. They all chose to go and put themselves at risk and others at risk, which is crazy that thousands of people wanted to do that. But yeah, he facilitated that. So
Yeah, where was the concert at?
It was it wasn't held in Nashville, but it was in Tennessee.
In Tennessee. Yeah, I mean obviously with with the COVID still being an issue and all the protesting and the riots and even you see it on TV, people weren't wearing masks, and I know the protesting, it was a great thing, and hopefully it gets through to the government and fixes that aspect of things. But I mean, it's going to be up to us to be able to try to live with this virus, and at the same time you got to respect the fact that when they say 6 feet and wear a mask and sanitize your hands and all that stuff, people definitely got to respect it. Because like I said, Annie, I would love for you to come over, and I promise you'll have your own little space, and we'll make it look like a stage, and I'll have everybody away from you, and it won't be 1,000 people, but we'll definitely enjoy you to come out. And
on top of that,
no, we won't be. We'll be 6 feet apart.
Yeah.
But oh, I just got a phone call.
Oh, it's so popular again, Annie. Every time.
Some people like me.
Some.
I can't help it.
No. Yeah.
Hey, Annie, but what do you think about? I mean, I know obviously, every sport right now is shut down. I mean, obviously, her baseball might be coming back. Like, what are your thoughts on like when you hear about the MLB and players trying to come back, and like, do you think it's a good idea, or do you think like it's so far into the summer where we should be already at Fenway watching the game or anywhere around the country? But what are your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think for something that's in the middle of what would be the season, that it's probably just best to wait, because I think going from, kind of what Chase Rice did, going from like super regulated to no regulations is not the answer. I think so anything, sports, concerts, whatever, we've got to work together with the venues and the fields and everything and come up with some creative solutions to try to be safe about it. you know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think
because
sports, so MLB, I don't know.
for baseball, it's still no fans, so no fans can go to the games. It's so many regulations of the coaches can't argue with the umpires. If they do, they have to be like 8 feet away from the umpires.
That's a
You
shouting
can't
match.
you
Like
can't
we guys win.
yeah, it's like air fiving. You got to air five. You can't hug somebody for hitting a base hit or striking somebody out or anything. So it's a lot of guidelines when it comes to sports right now. But me, as an ex-player, it's I think it's so far into the season. I'm like, you know what? Let's try to beat COVID right now. Respect the guidelines. Try to stay safe and clean, and just start again next spring in spring training. Hopefully by then, they got a better idea of a vaccine, and people can actually enjoy a little bit more than always kind of looking over the shoulder with this COVID.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I think you have to think about like quality of show for us, or quality of season, or quality of experience. Like if it's going to be so many guidelines that quality is super sacrificed, then, let's just wait it out and get this done together and start over when we can,
Yeah, we'll wait it out, but don't forget, I live in East Bridgewater. It's called Westside Farm, so come in with your trailer, and I'll tell people around here.
Yeah,
we'll give you your space, and we'll work something out. Like I'll
that
provide
we can
them. I'll make drinks while you guys, whatever you guys need me to do. Just come out.
Maybe.
I love it.
Maybe we'll win. Will you come and sing your new single, Red Wine on My Mind?
Of course.
It's always on my mind.
I know, it's always, seriously, I'm surprised I'm even drinking water right now.
I know, I was looking at that and I'm like,
what's that, Annie?
Maybe we should have prepared with red wine next time. We have red goalie, but next time the wine.
Right,
Yes,
perfect.
I'm in.
Yeah, that one just gets me a little thirsty.
Now, when did you release that? Was it recently?
So we actually had this whole release party planned. We were going to do it at City Winery in Boston.
Oh, wow.
And we thought we could postpone it. The single was ready, but we could postpone it until we were able to get back there and really do that in full. But we just felt like we wanted to get music out. So we ended up releasing it at the end of April. So it's been out for a couple months now, I guess, which is crazy to think about. But it wasn't the full big celebration we wanted to have for it. But we did want to just get it out there to the people. So we released.
That's great. And everybody can find it where? On Spotify, iTunes, everywhere?
Yeah, all those: Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, Google, basically any of those big ones where you can find music. And AnnieBrobst.com has kind of all the links that you need for those.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Nice.
We'll link that up. Oh, speaking of Spotify, our podcast is now on Spotify, Manny. Isn't that exciting?
Nice.
Yes.
That's very exciting.
We are now on 2 places.
I know. We're moving on up.
No. 2 Come on, Annie.
Yes.
He's a real singer. Here we are.
I'll leave it to you guys.
I think I messed up the words.
And do you have any other family members, like brothers and sisters, that are into music as well, or do sports or anything else?
So they're into it as fans, but nobody else kind of in the industry like I am. But my dad's in North Carolina, just retired to the mountains. And my brother is still in Columbus, Ohio, where I grew up. And he is a huge music fan of all types. So he is itching to come see us again and get out to his concerts and all of that.
Nice. That's pretty cool. I mean,
Yeah.
And I know it's, like I said, I know we're doing this podcast show. We're having fun with it and getting to meet all you guys. And like I said, this pandemic, it really stinks, because I know everybody, like actresses and actors, they're like, we're not making movies right now. We can't do concerts. Like the whole economy, I really don't know how the economy is supposed to bounce back after all of this. Like what do you, I know we need to take care of COVID, but what do you think the economy is going to be like? The market, what's it going to be from this point on? What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know a ton about other industries either, so I can really just speak on mine. But I mean, I just feel it too. I'm getting calls from venues and things, and I'm just so hesitant to even book past next month, because I just don't know where we're going to be. Some states, as you said before, they're like opening a little too fast and too early.
Right.
And so then they're going backwards. So
Yeah.
I think it's just so hard right now. It's just really like we're like flying by the seat of our pants and trying to figure it out as we go. I mean, obviously our economy is not going to be in great shape, I don't think, but I have hope.
And it was also like the big states too, like Texas and Arizona, Florida, like those states just kind of just pretty much opened everything like nothing really happened. And now you see cases and, you know, thousands of people getting infected a day now. And then like everybody kind of got mad at, you know, our governor and our mayor here in Boston or Massachusetts because we were high on the list when it came to cases, and now we're on the like third to last from the bottom, which I think they did an unbelievable job. And then so I'm just scared that if they see this happening to other states, they might just shut down everything before it gets out of hand here, and I don't want that to happen.
I know. I feel that.
Yeah. So where do you think, like, you know, the industry is going to go come fall, and winter? I noticed, like, you're probably aware of the Tortuga Festival, and then I actually worked on this. I think it's CCFM. They in South Carolina, no, Myrtle Beach, North Carolina.
Okay, yeah, I know that one.
They haven't canceled their shows, which I find odd because Stagecoach and everything else is off. So I don't know.
South Carolina, Sarah, just so you know, Myrtle Beach.
Oh,
South
all right,
Carolina.
thank you.
I like to golf there. Sorry.
Good thing you knew and I didn't, you know.
So many things.
It seems like some are waiting until the last minute, but they have all intention of canceling. So I think it's just hard to tell. I don't know. Some are holding out. We have a festival holding out until September. They postponed it to September, and like we're actively trying to sell tickets. Obviously, I'm not the caliber that's going to sell thousands of tickets right now, which I know. So, you know, I think we're harmless.
Manifest it someday, girlfriend.
Someday. But I think, you know, we're talking hundreds of people at that one, which is still a lot when you think about it. But that one is still holding out for September. So I think places are just pushing him back and then just waiting and seeing.
Yeah.
What on earth?
Well, here in Boston, I mean, I know you've heard of the Boston Marathon. That got pushed to September as well. And
good thing you've heard of Boston Marathon. Good thing you've heard of that, right? Have you heard of that, Annie?
I think once or twice.
I'm just saying.
We're picking on him.
Just saying.
We're picking on him today.
That better be water, Annie. That better be water. Just saying.
You'll never know.
But anyways, the marathon got pushed to September, and it got canceled ahead of time because they didn't want to do all the preparation for it. And then because they are expecting a spike in this COVID stuff, and then come like August, September. So that's why they canceled it like right away. So it's so like I think it's gonna happen like all around the country. So if they're expecting spikes like that and they canceled it now and it's in September, that's kind of scary, you know?
Yeah, I hear you.
It is.
Yeah,
well,
that's where we just don't know. we just don't know.
But what we do know is that you're going to Manny's house and we're scheduling
East Bridgewater.
We have one of them. We're going to like Whitman or something, and I don't know where
that's right. It's right.
But isn't that nearby?
It's the town next over.
Okay.
Town next over. No, you got to come to my neighborhood first before you go to Sarah's place.
We're in Whitman.
So it's our friend's private party actually. But I'm just saying because we're willing to go there. So clearly if it's nearby, we could do a stop there as well, you know.
Wow. No, literally Whitman is is the next town over from me. I live like right on the East Bridgewater and Whitman line. Literally.
Okay. And I have no idea, but I thought that they were close by.
Very close.
Oh, that works.
So we look forward to this. We'll chat with you off the podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe we'll have to do a little broadcast that day.
Yeah.
That'd be great. All right, everybody. Catch Annie. She's on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon, every kind of place you can find her songs. And Manny, well, you can find him in East Bridgewater.
East Bridgewater, and he's coming out. Make sure you eat your gollies.
We got our red ready.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Annie, nice meeting you. It was awesome.
Nice meeting you.
This is Sarah and Manny from The Pitch. We'll see you all soon. Bye, guys.